Hey everyone, welcome back to the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Behind the Business. Today we're tackling one of the biggest questions that new bookkeepers ask. What do I actually say to get my first client?
We have the awesome, the amazing Robin McMahon here to answer some of these questions for us today. She is not only our Academy mindset coach, she's also the CEO of Back in Black Bookkeeping. She has an incredible story. She and her husband built their business from scratch. She retired him from corporate and created total freedom in their lives. Plus, as I like to say, she is the queen of positive energy, good vibes, and she is helping so many people in our academy every day just step into their confidence. So, Robin, welcome. Happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here and thank you for that lovely introduction. I really appreciate it.
We're talking about taking action. Let's
Yeah.
let's forget making a detailed plan. But what action can people take? So before you, Robin, you had your
Yeah.
website or your pricing and everything all figured out. What did you do to get that first client? What are some actions people can take?
Okay. So great question. Look, I worked for this big company, so I really had to humble myself, right? I made flyers and I went around and I handed flyers out to the businesses that are around here with
Mhm.
bookkeeping information. By the way, those are resources we have in the academy. So if you want to do that, you can take my flyer if you want or anybody else's. I went and I talked to people. I joined the chamber. I also updated my LinkedIn. I made a Facebook business page. You don't have to have a website. You don't have to have all the business cards. I did a hi hello, like just a QR code and went and met people and then you scan my code. You don't have to have all of the bells and whistles and don't wait until you do because you're just wasting time when you could be making money. My goal was to make money. And I know that some people aren't comfortable with that, but that was my goal. I needed to make, because I had to, I needed to make money. So what was I going to do today that was going to make me money, that was going to bring me new clients? That's what I had to do.
So let's go back to you. You mentioned you have people in your life who could help
Yeah.
you or may have businesses.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that outreach.
Yeah.
What is a message that you could recommend people sending you? I just started my business and I'm nervous to announce it to my friends,
Yeah.
people in my life. What is a simple message that they could send to people in their network to let them know that they are open for business?
Okay, so you got to start positive because I think what people sort of think is like, oh, they're probably going to think that I failed at the X, Y, and Z thing that I'm doing, and oh, now she's got to do this, and now it's just, like, okay, stop it. Come to mindset call first. We'll work on that. Really positive. Hey, I am so excited to let you know that, I've just started a new bookkeeping business. And maybe you want to just acknowledge the elephant in the room. Like, I know you probably never saw this coming, but here I am. I've discovered something that I really love. And if you are, if you have a business, and I did this to my friends, I did. I said, hey, do you have a bookkeeper in your business? We'd love to help you. Do you know anybody that has a business? Could you introduce me? You have to ask. The answer is always no if you never ask. At least if you ask, you might get a no, but you also might get a yes. Okay. You also need to, like, who do you do business with? Who already knows you, likes you, and trusts you? Hey, look, I'm doing this thing. We think that we can't be new at something. We think that we can't be learning something. Well, why not? Why
Mhm.
not? You can say the thing that you think is the worst thing ever is that I'm a new bookkeeper. It's okay. I'm a new bookkeeper. Doesn't mean you don't know anything. It just means you're new. I'm starting a new business. Everybody knows what that's like who's a business owner, right? So there's the mindset piece and there's the action piece. Like, hey, who can you introduce me to? And be really positive about it. And also, like, dig into that confidence, whether you have it or not, fake it. Be confident and be really positive. People will respond. And if they don't take it personally, move on. Move on. We don't all have supportive families and friends, so move on.
So let's talk about moving on for just a minute. However, so okay, let's just say I'm new and I've sent out my outreach message to try to get business.
Mm.
But okay, how and now you got to do follow up. How can someone follow up if they've reached out before and maybe it fizzled out for whatever reason they just didn't respond or it didn't work out well, what without it feeling pushy? What would you suggest there?
Uh, that's a really good question. We're so afraid of being pests. We're so afraid of being afraid. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And you know what? People forget. People get busy. So you've got to, like, ignore the chatter, all of the doubt, right? Remember, we have a negativity bias. We're going to think negative things before we think a positive thing. Why? It's just, there's a lot of reason why. So we have to just push that aside, and we have to just say, hey, I'm just touching base. Hey, you know what? It's the start of fall. Here's a $5 gift card to get your favorite pumpkin spice latte. Hey, it's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Just thinking about you, wishing you and your family the absolute best. Whatever it is, have an excuse. Happy, whatever day it is today, right? Just, I was thinking about you. I just want to wish you all the best. Do you know anybody, have you thought about bookkeeping? Yes or no? You don't take it personally, but you keep people in mind. One other thing that I really, really, really suggest: follow people on their socials, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever else, and like their posts, engage with their posts, comment on their posts so that you stay top of mind, because we all like people who like our posts. We're all desperate for people to like our own posts. So do what other people want, what you want for other people, and that will make you top of mind. And they'll be like, hey, you know what? This girl keeps liking my posts, and you said you need a bookkeeper. Go talk to her. It will,
Well,
it will work.
or even reference it to start those conversations, right?
There you go.
Because then it gives you a point of conversation of whether it's
Perfect.
like their dog or their grandchild or whatever. It doesn't feel so awkward, right? So I,
Totally. I see. This is why we're such a great team, because I didn't think of that, but yeah, it's perfect.
okay, so here's something because I personally I like to do texting and video texting things like that, but a lot of
Okay.
times texting and DMs can be a quick way for someone to do a reach out. What would you say is a good example of a text or a DM that they can send to a potential client?
I usually, it's just like, hey, it's Robin here from Back in Black Books. I'm just checking in. How are things with business? Can we connect? I like there to be a call to action.
Mhm.
That's important. Like, always put your booking link in, always put, this is how you can reach me. Otherwise, it's just like, yeah, okay. It's like you're still like encouraging them, right? Assume they don't know your number. Assume they don't know who you are. Assume that they don't have your email or your link or whatever. So you always give it. That's what I always do.
Yeah, see, and I do videos, so just 2 cents
Nice.
there. I do little mini videos on my phone and then I send it because then they have a picture of me. So like going back to what you said about, let's say they had maybe their dog got hit by a car. Had this with a client recently. And so then I sent a video just checking in about their dog just to find out how it was. Well, they're going to remember me now because I mentioned their dog and because now they've
Yeah.
got my video of my face. I'm human versus it just being
Yeah.
a text or an email, right? I'm a human really caring about their dog. So I think anything that you can do in regards to DMs, texting, emails, if you
Yeah.
can make it personal,
Yeah.
you're going to get
Yeah.
clients. So I
100%.
love that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to connect that back to something you said earlier about send a gift card for, a $5 drink. That's so funny you said that because maybe an hour and a half ago I got an email from a service that we were talking to, but we decided to pause, looking at that service. And they sent me a $20 Starbucks gift card. And so for an hour I thought, man, I need to call them, if they're sending me
Yeah.
a gift card out of nowhere. And I had never thought of that. So it's so funny you mentioned that. That just happened to me today. And all I've been thinking
Cool.
about is that business. Well, maybe I should rethink that.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Robin. Awesome. All right, Emily, anything else here? And thank you guys for all being on here and viewing with us today. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I want everybody to share what their favorite quote was from Robin today because there are just so many. I mean, I leave every conversation with Robin with just mind blown. I love it. What we learned today is you do not need to have a perfect plan, a perfect pitch to get started. You just need the courage to take some action, be authentic, and connect with the people around you to grow your business. And remember that your first client could just be one DM away. Your first client is just one no away. So this has just been awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Robin.
If you guys were watching with us today, and if you're ready to take that first step, if you would like to work with some of our coaches like Robin, who you get to work with all the time, I want you to scan the QR code here on this slide. It's going to take you to a page where you can grab a free clarity call with our entire team. We'll have team members that will be able to take a call. We'll teach you, I'm sorry, we'll share with you what it takes to get into the academy, how to work with people like Robin and our other coaches. There's no pressure. I can promise you that. It's just a conversation, kind of like just today. Just we'll ask you some questions, find out where you are in your journey, and find out what's possible for you. And then that way we can see if we can start working with you. Our goal is to make this a win for you. If you have any doubt, we will have answers for you. So please, 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 all I can say to you is you're never going to get there if you don't take that first step. So scan that QR code, take that first step, get a call with our team. Let's see if we can help you inside of the academy. And thank you so much for joining us today. We really
Yes.
appreciate it, everyone.